At this time of year, everybody's trying to figure out what's going to be with their rookie quarterback and looking at the videos leaked from rookie training camp and saying, oh my God, Caleb Williams, look how great he's throwing. But how much do we really know from these few leaked videos? What I did is I put together a list of each quarterback drafted in the first round, and I predicted, based on the situation they were drafted in and the fits to the players around them, how I believe them and their team will do in the upcoming season. Here we go.
With the first pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Caleb Williams, quarterback, Southern California.
There he is.
With the 12th pick of the NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos selected Bo Nix. As a Bronco fan, I love this pick. Sean Payton's offense is built on timing and rhythm, throwing the ball into the right window and getting the ball out at the right time. If you watched any of the Broncos games last year, you would see that Russell Wilson would just hang on to the ball forever, run around and take a bunch of sacks and kill drives. Even though his stats on paper might look decent, his QB rating's great when he got the ball off, but he takes so many unnecessary sacks and make a very solid offensive line look pretty bad. Drew Brees thrived in the Sean Payton system because he was so good at getting the ball off on time, on the right hitches, in the right places, right windows. Bo Nix's pro comparison entering the draft was Drew Brees because he's so good at that. His biggest part, his biggest upside of his game is his ability to throw the ball on time, accurately, get the ball out the right way. I think he's going to be a great fit for the Sean Payton offense. In addition, the Denver Broncos have a couple of nice deep threats there. They have Cortland Sutton. They have Marvin Mims. They have a couple of guys that will be able to take the top off of the defense. I don't think that Bo Nix's arm strength is going to be an issue because in the NFL, how far do you actually throw the ball downfield mid-game? I think that Bo Nix is going to be able to find these guys behind the defense. However, Denver Broncos and Bo Nix will be held back by two things. Number one, lack of explosiveness on this offense. And number two is a couple of guys that they had to let go as cap casualties after the whole Russell Wilson mess. One guy who falls into both categories is Jerry Jeudy. The Broncos don't have that guy. They don't have that quick guy, that explosive guy. They had to go trade Jerry Jeudy to the Cleveland Browns. They're also going to be missing Justin Simmons. They also had to let their center, Lloyd Cushenberry, walk in free agency. So I'd like to give these guys, I think they're going to overperform. I'd like to give them an 8-9 record. However, I know that I'm a biased Denver Broncos fan, so I'm going to bump it down to 7-10. They're going to overperform. They're going to be better than people think. Maybe in the future, Bo Nix can be the franchise guy and finally get the Broncos back to the playoffs for the first time since the Peyton Manning era. We saw the Minnesota Vikings trade up to the number 10 pick to select J.J. McCarthy out of Michigan. After getting to see Kevin O'Connell's system from very up close, see what he's about, what he does on the quarterback show on Netflix, I believe that Kevin O'Connell will be great for J.J. McCarthy, and they'll mesh very well. In addition, McCarthy will benefit from the great weapons around him. He has Justin Jefferson, he has Jordan Addison, he has T.J. Hawkinson, and now also Aaron Jones. He's going to be in a great system, be able to throw the ball to great guys, should go very well for him. However, it's going to be a tough fight in the NFC North. You have the Packers on the rise. You have the Bears on the rise. You have the Lions, who were already great last year and just extended Jared Goff. It's going to be a dogfight in the North. And I would give the Vikings a 10-7 record because they have so much explosiveness. McCarthy's going to be a great fit for great offensive head coach and Kevin O'Connell. I would give them a 10-7 record, but just because it's going to be a dogfight in the North, I'm going to bump that down to 9-8. With the 8th overall pick, we saw the Atlanta Falcons shock the world by drafting Michael Penix Jr. I don't know what the Falcons supporting cast will look like in half a decade, so I'll have to get back to you about this one. With the 3rd overall pick, the New England Patriots selected Drake May. I had a couple of concerns about May's fit in New England, and therefore, in my mock draft, I had the Patriots trading down and eventually drafting J.J. McCarthy. However, they chose to suck at 3 and draft Drake May. Bill Belichick, the greatest coach of all time, had a couple of the same concerns as I had. And after the pick, he broke down the film, and here are a couple of Bill Belichick's quotes about Drake May. Hasn't played very much. He doesn't have a lot of experience. He's going to need some work reading defenses, reading coverages. His footwork needs a lot of work. A kid who can make all the throws, he just needs to be more consistent. I think Bill Belichick and I agree. It was an odd fit, but they chose to pick him anyways. Another interesting thing is that the best quarterback currently on the Patriots roster is Jacoby Brissett. Drake May's not ready to play right away by any means. However, I don't think that the guys on the Patriots coaching staff, all the people in the front office, have enough job security to start Jacoby Brissett for 17 games. Drake May is going to be forced into action prematurely, and it's going to be ugly. The supporting cast will immediately expose May's rawness. Their offensive line is one of the worst in football, and his receiving core doesn't have a legit wide receiver 1, maybe not even a legit wide receiver 2. It's going to be rough. May will probably get a second season, so give him an opportunity to develop, an opportunity for the Patriots to put players around him. So I'm not necessarily saying by any means that he'll be a complete bust. However, I do believe that Drake May will have a Zach Wilson-esque rookie season. I'm going to go ahead. Patriots fans are going to hate me for this, but I'm going to go ahead and say that the New England Patriots will go 5-12 at best in the upcoming season. With the second overall pick, the Washington Commanders selected Jaden Daniels. I've spoken a lot about Daniels over the past couple months. I really like the kid. I'd like to start by saying that these games are going to be entertaining. Washington's pass defense is horrible, so the opponents will be putting up a lot of points. And also, their offensive line isn't great, so we're going to be seeing Jaden Daniels throwing the ball a lot and making a lot of plays with his legs. It's going to be wild. There's going to be a lot happening. Definitely worth tuning in. Now, to actually talk about the pick. Daniels has a track record of making the players around him better. If we look at what happened in LSU before and after Jaden Daniels transferred in, it's an amazing result. LSU in the 2 seasons before Daniels transferred in were 11-12, a losing record. The 2 seasons after Daniels transferred in, the 2 seasons with Daniels as a starter, they went 20-7. Crazy turnaround. We also look at Neighbors and Thomas Jr., the wide receivers. Their last year without Daniels, they combined for 805 yards and 6 touchdowns. In their last season with Daniels, Neighbors and Thomas connected for 2,741 yards and 31 touchdowns. That's insane. Jaden Daniels makes the players around him so much better. He'll have a CJ Stroud-like effect on the Washington Commanders. In addition, Washington's got something brewing up in this offense. They got a lot of explosive pieces here. Got Cliff Kingsbury, a guy who's known for making offenses explosive, working with Terry McLaurin, John Dotson, Luke McCaffrey, Austin Eckler, Brian Robinson Jr., the aging Zach Ertz, and the rookie tight end Ben Sinnott. Bringing in Jaden Daniels, an athletic quarterback who makes the players around him better. Probably the best fit out of all the quarterbacks in this draft class. I'm really excited to see what Washington's got, especially since I'm an AFC fan. I don't mind what's going on in the NFC. They're going to be fun to watch for the next decade or so. I got the Washington Commanders going 9-8 this upcoming season. As you all know, with the first overall pick, the Chicago Bears selected Caleb Williams. And there's a lot to unpack here. Williams is an incredible athlete on the field. His on-the-field product is probably a cross of, I'd say, Patrick Mahomes and Cam Newton, maybe throwing a little bit of LeBron James in there. In addition, his situation that he's stepping into is incredible. The Bears have an arguably top 10 offensive line and so many explosive weapons. They have DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze, Cole Kmet, Gerald Everett, DeAndre Swift, and Khalil Herbert. So many guys for Caleb Williams to get the ball to. Should be a lot of fun for Caleb Williams. However, I lack faith in their coaching staff. Matt Eberflus has a 10-24 record as a head coach. That's not good. He hasn't been a good head coach. I don't understand how he still has a job. In addition, their offensive coordinator, the guy they just brought in, Shane Waldron, his offense in Seattle ranked in the top 15 in the league in points scored, only 1 out of his 3 seasons there. I don't understand this hire. I don't see it. And also, not to forget, Caleb Williams has character issues. He's an amazing athlete, amazing quarterback, but he has character issues. It's hard to say, it's hard to put a pin on how much of an impact this is going to have. However, leading a locker room of 53 grown men, having character issues will have some type of impact. I don't know if it will make him a bust by any means, but it will most definitely hold the Chicago Bears back. He's a great player. I'm not denying that. However, people expect Caleb Williams to come in and instantly turn the Bears, a team that hasn't been good in a while, hasn't been good in a couple years, into a Super Bowl contender. I hate to break it to you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. That's not going to happen. Matter of fact, I expect Jaden Daniels to beat him out for Rookie of the Year. Good thing Malik Neighbors called off that bet. Caleb Williams will be fun. This offense will be fun. Their defense still isn't that great. Their coaching staff isn't great. Their offensive play calling isn't that great. The Chicago Bears are going to be in a tough NFC North. I think they won't have a better record than the Minnesota Vikings, who also have a rookie quarterback. I think they're going to end up going a solid 8-9, slightly miss the playoffs. We'll see what he does down the road. But 8-9 for this year.
With the first pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Caleb Williams, quarterback, Southern California.
There he is.